Hi, we're out on our range today, and recently the people at Patriot Sports LLC sent me some ammunition and asked me to evaluate it, so here we are. Now this is 9x19 124 grain full metal jacket round nose. It's target ammunition, so we're going to chronograph it, shoot some paper targets, and we'll do that alongside some other types of 9x19 124 grain full metal jacket round nose and see how this stacks up to the competition. It comes with 4 caveats. 1, I'm very well aware that ammunition evaluations like this are tedious, but I think they're good information. 2, I leave the chronograph segment in the final presentation because so many people ask me to. But if you find it tedious, and a lot of us do, I invite you to fast forward to the part where you see me standing next to the chart with the numbers on it. Now 3, this doesn't really have a lot to do with today's presentation, but recently we've had a problem where you make commentary and then you get a reply telling you that you've won a prize. Okay, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. You have not won a prize. These are scammers, and if I block them, they create a new sock puppet account and they're right back the next day. And it seems that management of this format is absolutely helpless to do anything about it. So, caveat emptor. And 4, I've had a lot of questions lately about why is it that no matter what I'm doing, I'm always wearing the LBE with the pistol. This is not the time to go into detail, but suffice it to say, there are reasons for that, none of which are theatric. Okay, that having been said, let's evaluate our Patriot Sports LLC ammunition, and we'll start with some tedious chronograph analysis. I have the chronograph set up at 7 yards, and as a basis of comparison, I have my Beretta 92FS loaded with MagTech 9x19 124 grain full metal jacket round nose. Let's see what kind of velocities I get with this. .1108. 1114. 1106. 1122. 1098. And 1079. Let's try another type of ammo. Now let's try Winchester White Box 124 grain full metal jacket round nose. .1041. 1076. 1050. 1058. 1069. 1059. And 1061. Let's try another type of ammo. And now Remington Green and White Box 124 grain full metal jacket round nose. .1066. 1065. 1072. 1044. 1045. 1057. And 1054. And now our Patriot Sports 9x19 124 grain full metal jacket round nose. .1050. 1052. 1046. 1070. 1051. 1066. And 1049. Now let's go crunch the numbers. Well, I crunched the numbers, and here they are. And of course, it comes with the normal caveats that chronographs don't always agree with each other, and certain environmental factors like ambient temperature and elevation can affect chronograph results. We also have the caveat that as you look at these numbers, they might be lower than what you'd expect. Remember, these are 124 grain projectiles. Typically, we're shooting 115s, and the velocities are a little higher. So that having been said, the velocities I got were with the Patriot ammunition a mean of 1,054, the Remington 1,057, the Winchester 1,059. There's not a penny's worth of difference between any of those. But with the MagTech, we got 1104. That's 45 feet per second higher than its nearest competitor, what some people would consider significantly more. Enough more that I was incredulous, so off camera I went back and shot another string with a MagTech, got results that were virtually identical. Now, when we're talking about target ammunition, a factor that's important to some people is the variation of velocity from one round to the next. So over here, we've marked down the difference between the lowest recorded velocity and the highest, and we see with the Patriot is 24, with the Remington 28, with the Winchester 35. Now, some people would say 35 is significantly more than 24. Maybe. However, with the MagTech, we see a variation of 43. I'm going to say that is significantly more than 24. And again, with the second string of MagTech, got a variation of 39, so very consistent result there. But how much difference will those differences really make when we're shooting a paper target and when the gun is in the hands of the average shooter? Let's go to the target and put that to the test. So I have two targets set up, and I'll go back about 20 yards and I'll shoot the target on your left with the Patriot ammunition, the target on your right with the Remington ammunition, and let's see how my groups compare. Now remember, I'm aiming at the center of the target, and we can see that with both ammunitions I'm off to the left just a little bit. That may be just me, maybe the angle of the sun at this time of day. But when looking at the group with the Patriot ammunition, I can tell you that one really is just me. This is our group. With the Remington ammunition, this one really is just me. This is our group. Is it a better group? You be the judge. Now I have two new targets set up, and I'll go back 20 yards and I'll shoot these targets with the Winchester and the MagTech ammunition. And here's our two groups, and with the MagTech ammunition, this one really is just me. So that's about on par with the Remington and the Patriot ammo. Now our Winchester ammunition, we see a little bit of a good group here, but we see a lot of flyers. I would love to tell you that this one is just me, but I don't know. This is bad enough, I'm going to put up a new target and shoot another group with the Winchester. Now our second group with Winchester, we see a pretty good group here, but we still see some shots way up here. Now this one really was just me. These other two, I'm not so sure. But the second group with the Winchester is much better than the first, showing that most of the problems with the first group really were just me, and the accuracy with this ammo is just about on par with the rest of them. Now, it looked like our Patriot ammunition and our Remington ammunition may have been the best two performers. So I have a new target set up, and I'll go back 20 yards and I'll shoot the target on your left with the Patriot ammunition, the target on your right with the Remington ammunition, and let's see if we can confirm the results we got. And here's our two groups. Now this shot really is just me. But if we exclude that and look at the rest of the group, it might look like the Remington group is better, but when I put a ruler on this and measure the widest parts of the group, the Remington group is better by about 1/8 of an inch. That's 3 or 4 millimeters. Now one more thing to add, the concept of price and availability. I don't like to talk about the prices of things because they can change so much from one place to the next or one week to the next. Availability, similar problems. But that having been said, the takeaways from everything we've done today. Well, we saw that in terms of velocity, the MagTech ammunition outperformed our other types of ammo. But the Patriot ammunition had velocity that was virtually identical to the Remington and the Winchester ammunitions. And as far as consistency, the variation in velocity from one round to the next, the Patriot ammo was the best of the bunch, albeit by a very slight margin. In terms of accuracy, the Patriot ammunition was very comparable to the results I got with the Remington, which is usually the ammo that gives me the best results. So, bottom line, is the Patriot Sports 9x19 124 grain full metal jacket round nose ammunition the right ammo for me? If I can find it readily available at my local stores, or readily available online for a price that I can live with, yes, it will be. Is it the right ammunition for you? You be the judge. So as always, don't try this at home on what you call a professional, and thanks for watching the Patriot Sports LLC 9x19 ammunition review.